Mr. President, at the outset of the debate we've been engaged in, I expressed my hope that we could do something about our nation's broken immigration system. Millions of men and women are living among us without any documentation, or certainly about what the future will bring for themselves or their families. Many of those who come here legally end up staying here illegally. We have no way of knowing who or where they are. And current law simply doesn't take into account the urgent needs of a modern, rapidly changing economy. Beyond all this, it's long been a deep conviction of mine that from our earliest days as a people, immigration has been a powerful force of renewal and national strength. Most of the people who've come here over the centuries have come as dreamers and risk takers, looking for a chance for a better life for themselves and for their children. I can think of no better example of this than my wife, who came here at age 8 in the cargo hull of a ship because her parents didn't have the money for a plane ticket. When she entered the 3rd grade at a public high school in New York, she didn't speak a word of English. And yet, in just a few short decades, she'd be sworn in as a member of the President's cabinet. An honor and an opportunity she could hardly have guessed at when she was just a little girl. This is the kind of story that has made this nation what it is. Legal immigration makes that possible. So yes, I had wanted very much to be able to support a reform to our nation's immigration laws. I knew it would be tough, and the politics aren't particularly easy either. But the fact is, our constituents didn't just send us here to name post offices and pass Mother's Day resolutions. They sent us here to tackle the hard stuff, too. Broad bipartisan majorities agree that our immigration system needs updating. In my view, we had an obligation to our constituents at least to try to do it together, and in the process, show the world that we can still solve national problems around here. And reaffirm the vital role that legal immigration has played in our history. So it's with a great deal of regret, for me at least, that the final bill didn't turn out to be something I can support. The reason is fairly simple. As I see it, this bill doesn't meet the threshold test for success that I outlined at the start of this debate. It just doesn't say, to me at least, that we've learned the lessons of 1986 and that we won't find ourselves right back in the same situation we found ourselves in after that reform. If you can't be reasonably certain that the border is secure as a condition of legalization, there's just no way to be sure that millions more won't follow the illegal immigrants who are already here. As others have rightly pointed out, you also can't be sure that future Congresses won't just reverse whatever assurances we make today that border security will occur in the future. In other words, in the absence of a very firm, results-based border security trigger, there's just no way I can look at my constituents, look them in the eye, and tell them that today's assurances won't become tomorrow's disappointments. And since the bill before us doesn't include such a trigger, I won't be able to support it. It doesn't give me any pleasure to say this or to vote against this bill. These are big problems, and they need solving.